Good morning everyone. Well, it's a Saturday in November and I am back at Ballsbridge Tesco's. But don't despair, this isn't going to be my job for today. I'm actually going to go up the Hayes bypass. Going to go into Benny Hill mode. You can hum the Benny Hill music to yourself as I go up there. I've got these 3 bags coming down and my pile from last Sunday, which is 6 days ago, is still there. That was what I got on the last video. Now that's now 6 days ago, so I'm going to have to get that re-reported. And there's the 3 I got this morning walking down. Could have got more, but I've got 4 hours of litter picking in front of me today because I'm going to meet up with Chili once I've finished this video. Going to meet up with Chili further up the road and do a video with him. So I've had a nice breakfast, nice sausage and egg sarnie. I've had 6 cups of tea this morning before I left. So anyway, look, so the plan is I'm going to walk up the Hayes bypass. I'm going to put it into Benny Hill mode. And then I'm going to go back to normal recording mode and do the bit, the sort of junction that links in with it. And then when I finish my video, I shall go and help Chili. So without any further ado, I better crack on with it. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that that's not been picked up yet, but I can only pick it up, I can only collect it. It's down for the council to pick it up, so I'll report it all again. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Welcome along. If you're new to my channel and you see some pictures flash up whilst we're doing this video, that's just stuff I've done outside of YouTube. So that's just stuff I've done on everyday litter picking, where I just have my headphones on listening to Tony Blackburn. Anyway, let's crack on with it because I've got a lot to do today. So welcome along, enjoy the video. Thank you very much for joining me. Great to have your company, and yes, let's go. everyone. So I've walked about, that's taken me about 20 minutes and I've walked about half a mile. I've got what I could. It was a sort of blessing that I was in time-lapse mode, because I had about 3 calls whilst going over that bit of road there. And just going to do this little bit. There's a camp in here, so I'm only going to do the edge. Be here all day. I just can't compete against this. If you look closely in a sec as I pan round, you'll see the camp. So I'm not going to do too much of that. I'm just completely wasting my time. I could do it all, spend an hour doing it, and it'll look like, well, it looked like that again within a week. So it's different if there wasn't someone there. Just quickly, whilst I was in time-lapse mode, you would have seen me cross the canal. I'll try to add a caption to it. Now you might have already seen it now, because although I've got to do the editing, I've probably already seen the caption. And then you saw the railway line as well. I was hoping that a train might come, but it didn't. That was a shame. It would have been good to see it flash past in time-lapse mode. And then you saw a few thumbs ups and a few thumbs down. Thumbs up that I got the other side. The thumbs down was for that line bike. I mean, they're a good idea, them line bikes, don't get me wrong, but they're just dumped here, there and everywhere. For the keen-eyed amongst you, on my introduction, you would have seen one that was dumped since I was there last week. So that's the problem with them. They're just abandoned in the middle of the street, just completely abandoned. It's like, I don't know, I think you pay for them with a card or something, I'm not quite sure, but you pay for them, and then when you finish with them, you just dump them. But there's like, they're just dumped everywhere. They're just dumped completely everywhere. So frustrating. So my mission today is to clean all this and the other side on the main road. I just have to go as fast as I can, because as I said, I've only got an hour and a half before I've got to meet Chili and do his litter pick, which is much further up that path. But let's just keep battling. All I can do is battle. I might go to the cafe on the way home, the one that's in a couple of my videos. It was in one of my Magnificent 7, and it was in my Breakfast Club video. Let's get that one, mate. So yeah, those line bikes, there's just, I don't know, that one's going to sit up on the Hayes bypass for whoever collects it. The problem with it, I'll tell you the problem quickly with the Hayes bypass, what I've just done. Now I haven't done this area since October 2023. I remember the day well, because it was the day Fulham played West Ham and won 5-0. And I remember just doing it early in the morning. Anyway, that was about October 2023. That's now mid-November 24, so it's been 13 months since I was last here. And I have done some other areas of the Hayes bypass, like the lay-bys. They're both looking like crap again, by the way. I just can't, it's so frustrating to clean them and then just see them within a few weeks just look like that. Well, all right, a few months, but they've been grubby for a long time again. And I'll tell you the problem with this road. This is the problem with this road. The whole road belongs to Transport for London, TfL. So they're the main authority that that are responsible for it. But the problem is they sub out all the work to the local councils, but they don't give them the necessary equipment to clean it. And so the local councils are like, well, it's your road then, you do it. And then it just becomes a complete mishmash. So this bit, what I've just done on fast forward, actually belongs to, there's 3 bags by the way guys, actually belongs to, well, belongs to Transport for London, but Hounslow are responsible for keeping it clean to this point. Then for about 1.5 miles it becomes Hillingdon, who are certainly the best of them. The 2 Hillingdon lay-bys are lovely and clean. But then further up it becomes Ealing. Oh, so when I cleaned that before, it took them weeks, more than 10 weeks to collect the bags. It took Hillingdon 10 hours. It took Ealing 10 weeks to collect them. Now it looks like an atom bomb's hit it again. And to be honest, I would sort of go and clean it. Although it's a pain, I would clean it one more time just to see if it held. But I don't want to clean it just to see the bag sitting there for 3 months after you've reported them. And it just totally defeats the object, because other people see it, and well, other people, these idiot fly tippers see it and just think, oh, I'm going to dump all my crap there as well then. The real annoying thing is, in Hillingdon there's a free dump. You just go down the dump for free. Just turn up, chuck your stuff over the wall. They take everything. Everything. So, yeah. So with this area today, guys, I'm just going to do the best I can. I mean, what it really needs is closing. The road needs closing for a day, and it needs a load of sweepers to come down it. For the eagle-eyed amongst you, you might have seen me miss a few bits while I was in Benny Hill mode earlier. It's just too small. I can't pick up, it needs a sweeper down it, ultimately. The big one as well, the big old sweeper to go along it and just clean it all up. And it needs doing sort of every 6 months. This is the problem as well. They leave it. I think my plans to get all this done today are not going to happen. Not with the time I've got. I don't think I'm going to have enough time, as I promised to meet Chilly at 11 o'clock. What have I got? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look. 10:04. I've got no hope of doing this in 55 minutes. No hope. I'll do what I can. I'm just going to do what I can, not beat myself up over it. And this one I'm not going to come back to. Not a cat and else chance I'm coming back here. It's really dangerous. I'm right on the corner here. Look, they come round this road and enter the bypass, and they're just not expected to see me. But I think what I will do, just to cheat a bit, get there. Come on, Jared, you can do it, son. Well done. Let's just get some of this out of here. What I will do is just leave the bags and then move them all at the end. That'll just save me a little bit of time. That'll save me 10 minutes, maybe less, but it's something. Time I need. A bit of wire. Let's just put it in there. But yeah, I've got a series of Saturdays off now. I've worked the last 3 Saturdays. Yeah. Although I did finish one of them early to go and watch Fulham. Look, this is just a fly tip of building rubble. Look, all this. That's just going to be there forever. No one's going to clean that ever. So this is why it's a little bit, what's the word, frustrating to clean this area, because this won't get picked up, I might report it though. There is a chance, as it's Hillingdon and they can park just behind me here, there's a small chance. I'm going to take a picture of it in a little while. I really wanted to do the roadside of it as well, but it looks like I'm going to have my hands full with just this cycle path side of it. So much crap here, I can't believe it. Anyway, leave me to it, guys, for a bit, and I'll keep chugging away. Right, everyone, I've just done another bag off camera. There's so much of it. You can tell I've not been here for over a year. I think what I'm going to do here is stick to my plan. Usually I do the road and then sweep back and do this path. So what I'm going to do is just do that. Oh, go on, Barry. There's old Barry Schumacher. Go on, son. Oh, dear. Right, let's just get this real quick. I won't be able to reach this from the roadside, and then I'll just get what I can. I'm really up against it here. I can't believe getting down here and cleaning up, then going over the bypass there. I mean, I know I've done 8 bags already, but I just don't even feel like I've touched the bleeding surface of it. I've done 8 bags. I've done 3 at Tesco's coming down. Don't even feel like, it's crazy, ain't it? I don't even feel like I've done anything. I've done 8 bags. Right, I just got to have my wits about me here a bit, guys. As I said, it is a dangerous area. Really dangerous. This is as dangerous as I've ever really done. I've done it a few times though, I know what I'm doing. I've got my high vis on. I've got to be honest, although I've had a few cups of tea, I could really do with another one at the moment. I got up and fed the remaining bunny that I have, fed the cats, had a few cups of tea, listened to Tony Blackburn. I thought, oh great, I've got a Saturday off. I'm only working one in the next 5 Saturdays. And then I just thought, oh, all right, let's make your way down here. It was really dirty, really dirty. Right, full wits about you here, Gerard. Right, so let's discuss a few things anyway. What have I been doing? So I went and saw Dracula. Dracula! I am Dracula! I've got to sound like a lunatic to keep my spirits up here, guys. It's the sort of place where you could easily go into a depression mode. So we went and saw Dracula at the theatre at Windsor, which was good. Quite a long play, but I enjoyed it. And then when I got home, I was like, oh, I'll have a troll through. And my hand hurts me at the moment. I've been trying to do so much litter picking, my hands are starting to cramp up. Swap hands for a while. Not as fast, but it'll just give my hand a rest. Oh, right, where have you out, sunshine? Out you come. So yeah, where was he? Dracula. So when I saw Dracula down at Windsor, I enjoyed it. Good play, well acted. It's the story It's the normal Dracula story, basically, where he comes to London, buys Carfax Abbey, and then just basically careful. Right, I'm going to get that as well, that'll bug me. He buys Carfax Abbey over in Purfleet, and then yeah, causes havoc basically. But then when I got home, I was like, I remember going in the 1990s to go and see Dracula up at Hammersmith. I'll never forget this. Let's run this up here real quick. So I went and saw Dracula in the early 1990s. This is the one with oh, what's his face? Oh, I forget his name now. It'll come to me. Anyway, these vehicles just aren't expecting to see me here. I found it on one of the film channels I have, that movie. And as I said, I never forgot it because I went and saw it at about 7:30 at night years ago. And I left Hammersmith and film finished about 10 o'clock at night. And then I ran home 10 o'clock at night. It was 11.5 miles. And in the film, Dracula appears as this mist. And then I was running home. I ran from Hammersmith. If you know it, I ran from Hammersmith to Brentford. Then I picked up the Grand Union Canal at Brentford, and I ran all the way home to where I live. And going down the canal was all this mist. I was like pegging it. I was running at about 5.5 minute miling in the end. I was like, oh no, it's Dracula in that mist. You're not going to catch me, son. It was the quickest run I'd ever done. So funny, I was pegging it down the canal. It's pitch black, I couldn't see my hand in front of me. Go on, Barry. Go on, Barry Schumacher. Oh, yes, son. Sorry, guys, this is all happening today. So, yeah, I ran along the canal and it was pitch black. Couldn't see my hand in front of my face and there was all this mist. And I was like, oh, no, it's Dracula, he's after me. So I pegged it home. I sped up to about 5.5 minute miling. Got my foot down a little bit. Like, you're not getting me, Dracula. I've seen what you do. So yes, I watched that again on Wednesday, and it's exactly the same story in the play. But then I also found another thing called Dracula Untold. I thought, what's that? Anyway, I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt and just watch it. It's not my film review, by the way, guys. Come on. I ain't even going to touch the surface with this today. There's so much of it. I'm never going to get this done. Hope Chili's got some money for a cup of tea on him. So anyway, I watched this other one called Dracula Untold. Look at it, it's just thick. Keep digressing. Sorry, I keep digressing, but I've got Barry Schumachers and rubbish everywhere. So Dracula Untold was a sort of slightly different twist on it. And I've got to be honest, I finished it off this morning whilst I was having all my cups of tea. Can't get in here without getting a branch in the face. Right, let's just do it this way for the moment. And so this was the story of Dracula. And basically, he encounters some other vampire who gives him the power of the vampires. He said if you can go without 3 days without mullowing someone, you won't stay a vampire. But something happens and basically he can't go to 3 days. But it was a good little twist on a story, believe it or not. I mean, it didn't have the biggest budget in the world, Dracula Untold. But for the money they spent on it, I quite enjoyed it this morning. Well, finishing it off this morning anyway. So yeah, it's been a bit of a Dracula week. A Dracula! Oh, bloody hell, got that right in the face. I got that, look, it's still oscillating from where it would be one. My phone's lit up like a Christmas tree because I've had a Saturday off. Everyone's messaging me. can't have a Saturday off in peace. The best thing I can do is just turn my phone off. Right, some of this is so small I'm not going to bother with it. I just let it rot. I've got to get as much of the big stuff as I can here in the time I've got. Come on, Gerard. Look at it. Just tons of it. When you flash past in the car, I thought, oh, it don't look too bad, but you don't see all this. You just don't see it. Anyway, let's keep battling. Let's keep battling. Right, everyone, I've done another bag. I've now done this section up to them posts, so I've got a bit done. I need to have a quick look at the time, actually. Let's have a quick butcher's at the time. All right, I've got 35 minutes until I'm eating chili. That's all right, because I can just concentrate on this road bit now. I think what I really concentrate on, because there's so much of this little stuff, is just concentrate on the bigger stuff primarily. So I just wanted to go up to the sign, which is slightly obscured by the bushes, but it's probably about another 200 yards up. I don't think I'm going to get that far today. Just can't see that happening. I'll just do my best. I'll do my best. That's all I can do. By the time 11 o'clock comes, I would have already done 2 hours of litter picking. Probably 2 more to go yet. So let's do my film review, guys, because I know I spoke about Dracula already and whatnot. I haven't spoke about my film review. So this is one I probably watched about 2 months ago, just on a Monday afternoon. As you know, I don't work Mondays, so I have time. I tend to go litter picking and whatnot on a Monday morning. Oh, I've got to tell you something else as well about it. Let's stick to the plan, stick to the plan. So I normally go litter picking sort of up Dorley Roadway or somewhere like that. And then what I normally do is come home, have a bath, whether I need one or not. I have a bath once a year, whether I need it or not. And then what I do then is just, well, maybe some little house jobs, clean the front garden, do a bit of painting. I usually get the afternoon to myself and the whole evening. So the film review anyway is called, this came out in 2023. This is a cheap budget movie, but an enjoyable cheap budget movie. So it's called Heist 88. Put the icon up, Loza. Heist 88. So basically, from what I gather, this is likely based on a true story that took place in 1988 in the US of A, in old Uncle Sam. So Guy basically knows he's going to be going to prison by the looks of things, and he's a bit of a swindler. He's a bit of a con man. He's good at robbing people and banks. So he sort of sweet talks some bank employees into helping him rob the bank they work at. And basically, it's not a robbery as such. It's not like hands up, your money or your life. It's not one of them. It's like computer fraud robbery. They just nick a bit here, nick a bit there. And I don't want to go too much into the plot to ruin it. But yeah, so it's not a big budget movie, but it is quite enjoyable. And when you sort of know these films are loosely based around true stories, I think it always makes it a bit more pleasurable, should we say. So he recruits some of the bank staff to help him, and he sort of appeals to their greed, shall we say. Help me rob your own bank. And yeah, overall, I'm not going to say what happens, but it's not bad. It's worth a watch. I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's not brilliant, but it's not terrible. It's certainly worth a watch. So I enjoyed it. So considering the money that was spent on it and whatnot, obviously, as you can tell, they didn't have zillions to spend on it like they have on Captain America, the new movie that's coming out soon. I mean, it was a good film. It's enjoyable. I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. So you get a chance to watch it, guys. It's called Heist 88, and it came out sometime in 2023, so you'll probably find it. It might be a Netflix or Amazon movie, I'm not sure. I really don't know. Don't subscribe to them. But yeah, it's all right. You enjoy it. It's got my recommendation, okay? If you don't like it, you have to come around and give me a bit of fisticuffs. Wave an angry fist at me. I watched your movie and I didn't like it. Right, I think what I need to do here, just change this back. Whew. I'm working as fast as I can. I'm really going for it. Right, let's go back up to the path. Hands up, your money or your life. What's that one? Oh, that's Ma Baker, ain't it? Ma Baker. Dee 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 da 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 na na. Those who wasn't born this century, you have to check that up on Boney M. Right, okay, let's get up here. Right, I'm doing well. Oh, I missed a bit. Look, when I've done this path. What a plonker. My new word for this year. What a plonker. Look, you can see my other bags up there. I've got a fair section done now. I'm happier. I'm happier. Let's change this bag and we'll get back to you. Right, come on, let's get this in. So what I was going to tell you, so I was talking about my film review, and I sort of digressed slightly about Mondays and what I tend to do. Anyway, Dawley Road. If I haven't done Dawley Road, I only do it now every 2 weeks, I've decided. Just for the fact that I can't do it really every week, and I don't want to put myself under sort of any commitment to do that. So, right, let's just get in here without knocking yourself out. Right, that's better. And what's that in there? Let's get that. Come on, Jared, you can do it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't weigh anything, but it's just messy. Right, not Lionel Messi, not even Ronaldo. So, really losing the plot. Monday, I thought, right, I'm going to go and I went to work and just had a clean up at work, and I was like, right, I thought I'm going to go back. Now recently you would have seen one of my videos called, I forget what it's called actually, but I'd done the little side road at Stockley Park, which I've been threatening to do for several weeks, and I went and done it. It's only about 175 yards long. I can't remember at the moment what I've titled it, but I'll tell you what, let's flash it up, because I know I released it on about December the 29th. Let's flash up the title just quickly as a reminder. Bing! So, I sort of parked in that road and I thought, oh, I had a little look, and I only had half a bag of rubbish in that, what I'd cleaned. Now I cleaned that probably about a week and a half before I actually went there again last Monday. So it's getting on for 2.5 weeks ago now since I've done that video. And I parked there and I thought, right, let's go and do Dawley. Go and do the entire length of Dawley. So I had my headphones on, listening to Tony Blackburn, Sensational, and I'm walking along and I find 20 quid. I find, what sort of English is that, Gerard? I found £20. I find. Speak the King's English, Gerard. So, I found £20. Let's put up a little the icon. I found £20. I was like, whoa, result. I haven't found any money. I used to find money quite often. By often, I'm talking like once a week, because obviously I live near supermarkets. People drop money as they come out of them. Obviously, I do a lot of litter picking as well, so I find it. It's been quite a while. I think the last money I found was that £5 on that Nightmare on Dawley Street video. Anyway, so I found £20. I was like, oh, that's a result. I had that. That was a nice little bonus. Then, I couldn't have walked 120 yards down the same side of the road, and I found A fiver. Let's ping that one up. So I found that as well, a fiver. I was like, bloody hell, this is my lucky day. I'm in the money. Anyway, I then sort of walked up across the canal, and then I get to that roundabout there and I turn around and start heading back. It's on one of my Magnificent 7 videos where you just see that route in its entirety. And I'm getting back to near where I dumped a bag, and I thought, all right, this bag's getting heavy, I'll dump it. And on the floor, I found, yep, you guessed it, more money. I found another tenner. I found an Ayrton Senna, a tenner, or a Nigel Benn, a 10, whatever you want to call it. Right, let's just put this here because I'm not going to come back that way. Change the bags as I'm talking. So anyway, I found £35 on Monday. I was like, oh, that's a nice reward for my endeavours. And he works out about 4p an hour over the time I've been litter picking. Anyway, I got home and I was like to Mrs. O, I was like, guess what? I found 35 quid. I showed her it. Only a wife can move her hands so fast that you don't even see it. Only a wife can do that. I was like, right. Sorry, got distracted by this traffic and this bag. If I can get 2 more bags, I'll be happy with this. So I was like to the wife, look, 35 sheets, and it was like, and it was like faster than the speed of light. This hand came, stole the 35 sheets out of my hand and was like, I'll have that, thank you very much. I was like, thanks. So Mrs. O stole that 35 quid that I found before I even had time to blink. You know the saying, easy come, easy go. Right, some of this is a bit deep in here, so let's have another look at the time quickly, guys. I don't want to be late for chili. 10:39, I've got 20 minutes, 2 bags, shuttle them back to the beginning, that'll do. I'll be happy with that. I did want to get up a little bit further, but I just, when I've done this before, I normally drive up to the corner here and then park them. I've lost so much time from walking. It's a good 1.5 miles from home to here. But look what I've done, I've got lots clean, so I mustn't grumble. Right, don't get stung to death, Gerard. I think I'll make my mission that speed camera sign rather than the big sign that I did want to get to. You can tell that's been here a long while, look. Look. Growing roots under it. Oh, it's Barry and I. Go on, Barry. Go on, son. Oh, he saw me. He must have thought I was a copper with a speed gun. He slowed down. Oh, Barry Schumacher's all ready for today. Right, guys, before I sort of run out of energy and run out of things to talk about, tomorrow, well, it's tomorrow for me, but it'll definitely be the next video for you. I'm going to go to Shepperton Lane. I'll tell you all about it in the next video, but basically, I went down there the other day just as a little recce, and I haven't done it. It's one I do sort of 3 or 4 times a year. There's a bit of plastic in here, but I don't want to get stung. I wouldn't get stung, I'd get cut, to be honest. So I'm going to go down to Shepperton Lane tomorrow and the surrounding area That should be fun. That'll make for a good video. So the next one will be that. And then what I want to do is ask you, at the moment guys, I'm probably releasing a video about every 5 days. About 6 a month, more or less. So I've had to think about this and I'm like, I could probably release more, but I don't want to put myself under too much pressure to do that. So are you happy with 6 a month, guys? At these sort of irregular times. I know Chili releases his video every Saturday morning. It's probably just been released as I speak, as it's Saturday morning. I'll watch that later. He did tell me about it actually. He'll tell me when I meet him in a little while. I'll say, what video releasing today? So he'll be like, oh yes, yeah, I'm going to do this one. Last time we met up, we really hated it. That was about a month ago now. Really hated it. What a nasty little bit. What a video nasty. So yeah guys, let me know if you're happy with 6 a month. I'll just continue in my current form. I'll probably have periods where I could release 2 videos over a weekend now and again. But at the moment I tend to sort of videos sort of come out on a Sunday and they're released over a 2-week cycle. So it's Sunday and then Thursday. If you haven't worked it out yet, it's sort of Sunday, Thursday, and then the following Tuesday, and then back to Sunday again. So over 2 weeks, 3 videos. So about 6 a month, occasionally 7. Put that there, that's my reference point. Right guys, I'm going to make this my last bag just due to the fact I'm going to meet Chili. It ain't been too bad. I haven't done what I wanted to do, but I've done enough. I can sort of say to myself, yeah, I'm happy with that. Guys, so it's just between here and that bag. I've sort of walked, I just want to walk back to it now, fill up this, get what I can, and I'll call it a day there. I've punched a big hole in it and I'm sort of pleased with that. Not a nice place to be though. Even worse in the week. Can I get in there? I want to get in there. I've got to find a safe entrance. Right, while I'm at it, I can definitely get you out. You're out, son. Right, what is this? Looks like a water jug. Standing on something as well. Just kick it out. Get in and out of here. Not sure. Looks like, oh, it's a vacuum cleaner container. Nothing surprises me. Right, well done, Gerard. Well done, mate. Keep going, keep plugging away. Oh, I could really do with a cup of tea at the moment. Could really do with a cup of tea. Well done. Whew. Yeah, not a nice place to be, but we're nearly finished. Now you're probably going to see Chili's video before this one. This one I'll probably release. I done my birthday one, didn't I? So 6th of Jan. So the 10th or the 11th of Jan, depending on how the cycle goes. So yeah, that'll do. Right, that's my last bit, guys. There, let's just, oh no, I've seen another bit. I want to get it. Ah, bloody hell. Come on, got it. Right, now I'm happy. I'm happy to be happy. Right, that'll do for that. Right, guys, that'll do for this. I'm fighting a battle here that I haven't got enough time for. So, but I'm happy. I must have got about 11 or 12 bags since I've left home. So I'm going to go back to Benny Hill mode while I'll shuttle all these bags back to the beginning, and then we'll do our summing up there, okay? So let's keep going. Back out of Benny Hill mode, as I like to call it. So 12 bags there and a little bit of tat. I've got a little bit to pick up on the path, but I'm heading up 1/4 mile now to go and meet Chili. Oh, it was a fox. Oh no, it ain't a fox. Well, it was a fox momentarily. It's a dog. So 12 bags, 3 back at Ballsbridge Tesco. So that's 15 bags today so far on these. Quite pleased with that. It certainly needed it. This area certainly needed it. Thanks very much for joining me, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate your company. I appreciate all the donations you've made. I finally set up something called Buy Me a Coffee. It only took me about 3 months to work out how to do it, so it's on the little menu underneath the caption. If you are kind enough to want to do that, I don't expect anything from anyone. If you do though, I very much appreciate it. If more, really buy me an apple turnover so I can be fatter than what I already am. So yeah, exactly. But thank you anyway, guys, for that. Enjoy the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Gonna go to Shepperton Lane tomorrow for me. 5 or 6 days for you. You'll see that video come out as well. So thanks very much for joining me, guys. It's been a great one. Let's go and meet His Highness. Oh, there he comes. He's coming up the road. Come here. I'm doing a video. He doesn't like to be seen. So anyway, thanks, guys. Have a great one. See you on the next one. Bye.